A 17-year-old Columbine high school football star in Colorado suffered a massive heart attack back in November and survived, but then the doctors told him his heart was failing. The young man, it seemed, needed a new heart. Thankfully, he was able to secure a heart transplant, but his medical conditions are far from over. We're going to discuss what in the world is happening here. And so from Trial Site News, I am Adrian, and our episode is starting right now. So, a high school football star in the Denver area went from a fully healthy 17-year-old man to near death to massive heart failure with no apparent pre-existing conditions that would indicate such an event even plausible. Markus, who is now 18 years old, had to receive a heart transplant this January. However, despite the successful surgery, he was right back in the hospital in February as he had developed blood clots in his lungs and groin area. So the question arises, how does this happen? How do you have a fit, strong, award-winning high school athlete who appears to go from peak health to the need for a new heart and massive blood clots? Well, according to his family, the only thing of note that they can think of was that he received his Pfizer shot prior to his discovered cardiovascular-based health crisis. Now, this is interesting as there is a category of known risks associated with the mRNA vaccine called myocarditis, which is a cardiovascular condition. Although officially deemed a rare side effect, young men do have the highest probability for developing this heart condition post-vaccination. Here is what the WHO and the CDC say on the matter. First, let's look at the CDC. They say that myocarditis and pericarditis have rarely been reported. When reported, the cases have especially been in adolescents and young adult males within several days after mRNA COVID-19 vaccination, both with Pfizer-BioNTech or Moderna. The CDC notes that this happens more often after the second dose, usually within a week of vaccination. Most patients, though, with myocarditis or pericarditis who received care responded well to medicine and rest and felt better quickly. They also say that patients can usually return to their normal daily activities after their symptoms improve. But they do go on to caution that those who have been diagnosed with myocarditis should consult with a cardiologist or heart doctor about return to exercise or sports. Now, the CDC, when asked, should I still get myself or my child vaccinated, will say yes. The CDC continues to recommend that everyone ages 6 months and older get vaccinated for COVID-19. The reason why is that the known risks of COVID-19 illness and its related, possibly severe complications, such as long-term health problems, hospitalizations, and even death, far outweigh the potential risks of having a rare adverse reaction to vaccination, including the possible risk of myocarditis or pericarditis. And then we have the WHO, or the World Health Organization, who note that the benefits of mRNA COVID-19 vaccines outweigh the risks in reducing hospitalizations and deaths due to COVID-19 infections. But they also caution that clinicians should be aware of the risk of myocarditis and pericarditis with mRNA vaccines, and those most likely to be affected. They should be alert to presentations such as acute chest pain, shortness of breath, and palpitations that may be suggestive of myocarditis after vaccination, especially in adolescent or young males. They do, though, go on to mention that coronary events are less likely to be the source of such symptoms among younger people. Now, finally, they do warn that vaccinated individuals should be instructed to seek immediate medical attention if they develop symptoms indicative of myocarditis or pericarditis, such as new onset and persisting chest pain, shortness of breath, or palpitations following vaccination. So all that being said, let's take a step back and look at the Markus Martinez story from the very beginning. The former Columbine high school football star has been in and out of hospitals since his heart attack back in November. In January, Fox 31 Denver, a local affiliate, reported on his story. They said that doctors said he is in need of a new heart. It has been a little tough on him that he can't get up, get out of bed, and do his normal activities and stuff that he used to do, but he's hanging in there. This according to Markus's father, Stephen Martinez. Shelley, Markus's mother, said his heart is only functioning at 12 to 15%, which means he needs a new heart as soon as possible. His heart is just unfortunately too sick right now. We've all come together and we've been praying for him. We're really trying to stay positive for Markus. Now Markus's brother, Stephen, told Fox 31 that it has been a little tough on him that he can't get up, get out of bed, and do his normal activities and stuff that he used to do, but he's hanging in there. And he added that, "I just couldn't believe it was happening to someone so young and athletic." Now for the good news. As mentioned earlier in the show, earlier this year, UT Health, University of Colorado Hospital in Aurora, was able to perform a successful heart transplant back on January 26th of this year. However, despite the initially successful procedure, conditions again worsened further, burdening Markus's health. Since the heart transplant less than 2 months ago, Markus has been in and out of the hospital. For example, back in February last month, he started feeling severe pain in his chest, back, and legs. His family took him back to the hospital, where it was discovered that the young man had 3 blood clots, 1 in each lung, and 1 in his right groin area. Not surprisingly, the healthcare costs have mounted, and the family now faces severe financial difficulties due to the ongoing treatment. So what about the potential vaccine connection? Well, not surprisingly, the Fox 31 affiliate didn't report on the vaccination status of Markus Martinez in their story. This has become a common practice for most stories involving cardiac arrests these days. It is simply not being reported. However, we here at Trial Site News did reach out and we spoke with Markus Martinez's great-aunt, Valerie Pacheco, to learn more about the incident after a review of the news coverage earlier in the year from Fox 31. Valerie Pacheco told us at Trial Site News that when they reached out to healthcare providers to discuss the possibility that Markus's heart failure might be related to his vaccination, they found, to their dismay, that the health providers wouldn't even discuss the potential of a COVID-19 vaccine injury. This despite the fact that the incident occurred after his vaccination. We were also told that as of now, the incident has not yet been reported to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's Vaccine Adverse Events Reporting System, otherwise known as VAERS. In the meantime, the Martinez family has set up a GoFundMe campaign to help with their mounting medical expenses, as there doesn't yet appear to be an end in sight for their rising medical bills. And that, my friends, will bring our episode to a close once more. For more content like this, be sure to check back to this channel daily, Monday through Friday, or for written articles, you can find news stories every day from us at Trial Site News at trialsitenews.com. And as ever always, my friends, thank you so much for joining me on the program today. From Trial Site News, I am Adrian, and I will see you all next time.